What's up, everybody?
And we're live.
We're back
Wow.
from the West Coast.
The last episode on our chapter 1 of the marathon.
It's been a good day.
It's been a busy day. It's been good.
It's been a good day, yeah.
It's been good.
We had Sam Croft on.
Yep, we had Sam
We had
Croft.
Amy West on.
Amy West.
Yeah, it's been good so far. This third guest better come through correct.
We have a very, very, very special guest.
No pressure.
Very special. But before we get to that, we want to thank our Patreon supporters.
Yes, we have new Patreon supporters this month. Andre Klampus, Eli Brighton, and Von Ryan Victorio. Thank you all so much. Thanks to everybody else who supports us on our Patreon page. We also have a monthly drawing every month for one thing out of whatever you want out of our online store. So we pick one winner from our page, not one winner, but pick one person from our Patreon supporters to win. So.
And we always appreciate that. Like anyone who supports our work, supports what we do, it just makes us have more of an opportunity to have more guests on, keep the show going. So
and we're always on the road too.
Always.
So it's good to get.
That's a new thing for us.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be like a new standard.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Keep it
Kinda.
moving.
But let's keep. Speaking of keeping it moving,
Speaking of keeping it moving.
we're gonna keep it moving. Our WTF right
WTF
now.
of the week.
So we have, again from Woodward, Johanny Velasquez. With an NBD. Toe tap, front flip. Did you see that? It's just crazy. With the light up wheels too. I don't know let it play. Yeah, you didn't see the toe tap?
It was hard to see from this angle.
Boom. Toe tap.
Wow.
That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, he's a little ninja, that guy.
He's a little ninja.
Doing all that crazy stuff with Red Bull.
Yeah, he's doing a lot right now.
nuts.
He's doing a
Yeah,
lot.
it's sick.
He's always traveling all over the world too for those contests.
I saw him. He even did like a flare on a scooter.
Did he?
On a vert
Oh,
ramp.
on that edit that he made with Wake?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
Like
crazy.
Backflip 180 or something. Yeah. So he's
So
got
shout out to Johanny Velasquez.
shout out JoJo.
That's it for now, I guess,
Without
right?
further ado.
Yeah, without further ado, we have a very special guest who needs no introduction. Jeff Stockwell.
What's up, Jeff?
How's it going?
Good, man. Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yeah,
It's been a minute since we've hung out.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right. What you been up to, man?
Your old neighbors back together again.
Recently, not that much. You know,
Yeah.
working on cars, rollerblading on the weekends. Taking.
Do you still
photos.
rollerblade on the weekends?
Yes, pretty much every weekend.
Every weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, it's more than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not working or have other plans, I mean, yeah, we usually pretty much skate every Sunday.
Who are you skating with on the weekends?
Mike McMullen, Cruz Sabstein, Marcus Benavides, Brandon Smith.
Marcus will skate sick.
Yeah, just all the.
It's like the same crew that you've had for a while now.
Yeah, and there's a ton of other people that come every week. It's become kind of this, like, I don't know.
Mass?
Yeah.
Sunday mass?
Sunday,
Church?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
we get beers afterwards. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's such like an adult thing to do, like
Yeah,
in the later
yeah.
years of skating.
yeah.
You do your work week, you skate your one day with your homies, and then
Yeah, we have a great group text about it. It's it's fire, as they say.
now,
As the kids say, it's lit.
Yeah.
It's
No.
lit, as the kids say.
now is this like at the local skate park, or do you guys try to go out there and skate street?
It's pretty much all skate parks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody tries to like get more street stuff in there, but I always shoot it down because I'm a.
You
park
put an end to
skater.
that quick. When was the last time you skated street?
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta think real hard about that.
Not. I mean, not that long ago, but definitely like I don't know, 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Oh, it's not terrible.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
but it was probably just a ledge.
No, totally. Like
No hammers?
hitting rails and going in is
No.
yeah.
No more hammers for
No?
me. No.
You tapped out on that.
Yeah, I think so.
Now we've just gone into the chapter of just like skating for longevity and fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think your style of skating you could skate forever doing it.
Yeah, more cess slides. Just more basic tricks.
Fakey pumps,
Yeah, going
the
backwards
bowls.
a lot. Yeah.
a lot of bowls.
Yeah. Transitions, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you skated with Miguel since he's been living in Long Beach?
Yeah, we just skated last week.
Oh, Miguel lives in Long Beach now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
didn't know
love when you two skate together, man.
Yeah,
It's
funny
like peas in
every
a
time.
pod.
Yeah, you said like you go to a skate park with Jeff and Miguel and you skate like the mini ramp, whatever, and you just shut the place down because no one else could fucking touch it. Yeah.
Well, it is pretty funny because I mean, every time I watch him skate, we do the same tricks the same way. Like every trick he does, I can look and be like, okay, I see exactly how you did that. Because it's like we both look over we do stuff versus our shoulder. You know, like the way that you look over your shoulder,
Yeah.
not the way you would grind.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it's switchback royale, it's like your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way you carve. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So like switchback royale on a quarter pipe is
Natural look.
kind of natural
Fakie.
because of the shoulder.
Yeah.
But switch grind.
I'm the same exact way too.
You know?
I don't
Yeah, I
natural
get
back rail
that.
coping because of the shoulder thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the trick switch on.
Yeah, I'm the same way
It
too.
makes sense to do it that
Mm.
way.
Yeah.
Who would win in a game of skate? You or Miguel on coping?
Miguel,
Miguel?
for sure.
Damn.
I don't know.
You're hyping him up now. I'm not doubting it at all by any means, but
It's a
like,
tough question to ask the person, the subject. Because
I know. We'll ask Miguel later and see what he says. He was like, "Oh, Jeff, yes, Jeff, 100%."
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. But I love playing skate. It's awesome.
Yeah, like I remember going to skate parks with these guys, and like there'd be like a ton of, it'd be Southern California, it'd be a ton of skateboarders there, and like Miguel and Jeff, like even people who would probably be predisposed, like not like blading, like they would just go there and change people's minds.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember you telling me like a lot of stories of that, like on like the Shred to Your Dead tour and stuff like that.
Well, honestly, that's kind of been my whole life.
What,
Yeah.
going to skate parks and having people
'Cause
like
you grew up in
shun you?
San Clemente.
Yeah, I grew up in like the skateboarding mecca of everything, and everybody's always skateboarded my whole life. So the whole thing was pretty much just always skating in front of a bunch of skateboarders.
So that's weird. So how'd you get into it being
Yeah, I was
surrounded
about
by
to say.
skateboarders? Like, what was the thing that drew you into blading?
Just the 1994 X Games. Just that.
Just the biggest event
Yeah,
of the world at that time.
Just seeing like Chris Edwards frontsiding a rail and like Ryan Jacklone do a Fakie 540. I
Yeah.
was pretty much.
Pretty much
I think
hooked.
it was 94. It might have been 95, but I think
X Games not in this?
no, it was the X
X
Games,
Games?
the ones with the painted ramps.
Yeah. I forgot if that was 94.
I think I don't know. We need to fact check it, but anyway, that one.
So you never skateboarded growing up in
No, I
skateboard
s-
Mecca?
yeah,
Oh, did you?
yeah, for sure. I
Skateboard before you started blading?
Yeah. Well, no, because I got my first skates when I was 7, and I played hockey and rode BMX bikes and skateboarded, but rollerblading was always the one that felt, I don't know, the one I liked the best. So
Stuck with you?
Yeah.
And then you go to the skate parks. Were you by yourself when you go to the skate parks?
well, there wasn't many skate parks.
Just skate spots in general, you mean? Like when you
In
would show-
San Clemente, really? Oh, yeah,
no,
20 years
yeah,
ago,
like
yeah.
25 years ago, there wasn't really that many, it took like a really long time for our city to get a skate park. There was Encinitas
You wouldn't
skate
think
park.
that, yeah.
But that was like
Encinitas.
the only one, you know. So
So what's with the skateboarding then? Is that like street spots you would go to and there'd just be full of skateboarders there? And you
but
would
it was
just-
also like, when I was growing up, like, at school, like there were so many skateboarders.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
So it's probably more of a lifestyle here than it was.
Culture.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like
Like the
you know,
surf culture is like intertwined with it over there
Yeah.
in San Clemente.
Yeah, it's like there was 4 rollerbladers at my high school, or not my high school, but like
You, Carl.
yeah,
And-
Ian, Colin.
Yeah.
That there was like Winston was there, Winston Wardwell.
I didn't know you guys all went to school together.
Yeah,
Classmates.
yeah, all of us.
Same age?
Carl, Ian, and Colin and I. Yeah. I think we're all the same age. Ian's like a year older than me, but yeah.
Was Carl always the filmer out of you
Yeah.
guys?
Yes.
So I never really seen him skate that much.
He rips.
Well, he has to rip because we were talking about with Victor on Victor's podcast. He's like, to follow like people like you and shit in the bowl, like you had to be good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Uh-huh.
He at the time when he was skating a bunch, I mean, he was really good.
So is it fair to say that you guys being the only 4 rollerbladers in your high school, that you guys were like, what, a bit of the outcasts? Or like what was it? Were you just like a bit of like the stoner rebel types, or like
No,
what
I'd
was
say more nerdy.
it? So you guys are like the geeky rollerbladers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, did people give you shit for it, or did they accept you? Or
I think they accepted us because we were doing gnarly shit. I mean, like,
yeah,
you know,
Totally.
every time you would see them at the skate park, they'd be like, "Oh, okay," you know, and then like, yeah, I mean, I did skateboard actually kind of a lot now that I think about it, because I like used to have a skateboard, and even when I rollerbladed, there was a period of time where I got kind of sick of rollerblading the same skate park over and over and over. And I like somebody gave me a skateboard, and I like started to get pretty into it, and then I had to stop because I was like gonna hurt myself skateboarding.
But why not
No, man.
rollerblading?
Yeah, exactly. That was like when I was like, you know, sponsored and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna like get hurt skateboarding.
no, you were good.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was like your
You know what
side
I mean?
thing.
Yeah, it was just like for
Damn,
fun.
so you were skateboarding when you were like a sponsored blader.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. Did you skateboard the same way you bladed? Like a lot of transitions,
Yeah.
a lot of bowls and stuff like
Yeah.
that? Always?
I, like got to the point where I was like airing the hips and stuff.
Oh, shit.
But I can't like grab, but I could like ollie them.
You still got that?
What? I mean, if like
You had to.
I mean, yeah,
If you had
for
to.
sure.
Yeah.
It's the same concept as rollerblading. It's once you know
guess.
transitions, it's like the same thing, regardless if it's.
I feel like carving a bowl on a skateboard is like a whole different thing. Because you're sideways.
can
You're
go
sideways
much
too. You're not
faster.
straight.
You can go the pump on a
You go
skateboard.
faster on skateboard. Yeah.
much faster.
because it's spread apart
Sideways.
more, so the pump
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
'Cause I always see skateboarders
like-
fucking flying.
And like
go
it's
through it.
sideways, so it's kind of like but yeah, I've seen you skateboard before, and you're pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, remember
You
I
were
was
doing
gonna bring
backside.
it up, but remember
you were
when
doing
we went
backside
to Turkey?
Yeah, you went to Turkey.
and the skateboarder was so bad, and I was way better.
Yeah,
at
no,
skateboarding.
Oh, you did say that.
we were on a mini tour, and it was like
that the chocolate
a mini
one?
ramp
Yes.
tour.
I want to hear your story of the chocolate one.
in
Because
Turkey,
you talked about it before. It was so ridiculous, though.
Well, I'll let him tell his, but just quick. It was 2 BMXers, 2 skateboarders, and 2 bladers that were like hired, and we were like legit the only like pro level of each. Like, you know, the BMX guys weren't pro level. They
Yeah, just
somehow
regular
finagled their
people.
way on, and the skateboarders were like not even skating the mini. They were doing like flat ground tricks and doing like on the deck of the mini and
What?
doing like handstands on their skateboard and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, and Jeff's like, let me see, you know, your skateboard. And he was doing like backslides to Chumakios on the skateboard.
Backslash you mock.
Well, yeah, you can.
5-0.
So you were switching up and shit.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. I know it's 5 minutes. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I want to hear yours
yeah.
because that chocolate tour sounded like ridiculous. I want to know like what you have to say about that tour.
Was pretty insane, and like it was great. We had literally the craziest like experience, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we drove all around Turkey
That was
on
nuts.
like crazy dirt roads where you would be like in between Istanbul and some of the other ones. You remember like there was like sheep farmers,
Yeah.
and you didn't see people for like
No, the countryside is
60
amazing.
miles.
Yeah.
The
You know what
countryside
I
out
mean?
there is
And then there'd
beautiful.
just be like a sheep farmer with a bunch of sheep and all dirt roads, and we were on a tour bus with a bunch of like other people, and we ended
Musicians and
Yeah.
dancers and all
up
kinds
like
of stuff.
we ended up making friends with everybody, and
And you got paid in chocolate.
Yeah, but this is what we learned somewhere. But this is what we learned somewhere along the way. Like everyone on that bus was getting paid for their work because it's not like a street skating tour. We were doing shows.
Yeah, like demos kind of.
But we weren't getting paid for it.
You were the only two
And
not
so
getting
it's
paid for it.
like- Yeah, no, it got to the point where it was like,
Oh damn.
we're on this month-long job that like somehow
Yeah, it was
Mark
like 3
Mark
weeks.
Corte
It was like
finagled
3
away.
weeks.
3 weeks.
Mark
Yeah,
Mark
it was like
Corte
a
finagled away for
3-week-long
him
tour.
to get paid for us to go. So like they're like, we'll pay you for 2 pros. So they paid him. We went and we got put on like a per diem for like $20 a day, which by the way
Which
was
you, like, lose money
a hassle
out of?
to get.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't just, it was like, hey, can we like, you know, and then so about like, yeah. So that was part of it.
That's
that was part
you guys
of it.
left in the middle of it or something, right?
Dude, there was so many times in that tour, like we
Yeah.
did so much weird or crazy shit. Like I remember you and I were both walking around. I think it was in Izmir or some weird city, and I remember we left the hotel and we're like, dude, man, it's like everybody's staring at us, and like,
Oh, yeah.
do you remember like?
Oh, no, that was-
everybody,
Adana.
Adana,
Yeah.
everybody wanted to jump us. It
Yeah.
was
Why?
like, I don't know.
We had to
dude.
go to the
Because
hotel.
We literally like went back and we were like, I don't. like, I don't know.
Because we were so obviously Westerners.
Yeah.
And we
And
were
we were
on the
just
other
walking
side
around.
of the country from, like, Istanbul is like the north west. And we were in Adana, which is like the city, like almost the furthest to the southeast.
It's by,
And so
like, it's close to, like, Syria.
Syria and
and-
Iraq.
Oh, shit.
It's like over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no Westerners there.
So they know
You know?
right
So
away
when
you're not
when
from
went-
there.
We both had hats on.
We had
and
hats
stuff.
on.
Like, and we were just like,
Are you not allowed to have
and they're
hats
just
on?
like, walk, no, it's just like
I don't think they
identifies you. It's a Muslim country, so like a lot of them wear the religious garb, and we just stuck out like
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
And they actually
Like,
told us when we went to that city in particular.
It's
they
the
told
Harlem.
They told us to not leave the
Yeah.
hotel.
Damn.
the taxi driver said it's the Harlem of Turkey. That's what they said, and that was his way of.
If you're in the
trying to say
Harlem
it.
of Turkey, you're
It
not
was-
getting paid.
I never
you're
felt more unsafe in a place than
Yeah, that was pretty. It was pretty. We went out of the hotel
Like-
to get food.
yeah.
And then we walked like a block. Everyone stayed us. We went right back in. And we ate the hotel food. We got the room service. We just stayed in there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
So
until we left the next day.
was that the craziest tour or trip you ever done?
I think so.
It's up there.
I mean, it was. I mean, that there's lots of tours, but
Yeah.
that one was the weird. I mean, to go all over Turkey via bus was kind of trippy, and like Turkey was interesting, very pretty, but I didn't like it.
No, it's no.
You
it's-
weren't in a good situation.
I mean, I would go back to Istanbul.
Yeah, me too.
If like if you were to like stay in like fancy hotels
Istanbul,
and
for
do
sure.
like do it right, but
Yeah.
like
Other than that,
our hotel was really nice.
in Istanbul, yeah.
Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
At least you had that.
Yeah, Istanbul is like where it's the city that's split in two, and like one part is like the last bit of it's in like Europe, and there's a big bridge that crosses over into like Asia to where you're officially like in the
Part of Istanbul's in Europe,
having
It's the-
just the first
and then
bit
part
of
of
the
it's.
city.
Oh, wow, that's
the
crazy.
first
it's
bit of
where like
Istanbul.
the Asian continent and the Europe continent. Like,
Neat.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
a huge
like-
bridge that crosses.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but
You
like
can just cross it freely.
when you're on the European side, it's different. Is like
Yeah, completely
It's like it's more of a European kind of city, closer to
Yeah. So that was like probably the worst tour you've been on. What was probably the best tour that you've been on?
with Billy.
Oh, just in general.
Probably Shred to Your Dad looks like probably one of the best, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely, just because we're all such.
It's super chill.
We're all such close friends. You know, those were probably the best times. I'm, really glad we did that when we did. Because now everybody has jobs and families and all that shit. But yeah.
It's still possible.
Oh, it is.
You guys could always.
Yeah, it's still possible for sure.
I just did a trip
Yeah, I know.
to Tenerife, but like, what? Christian Berger's on there. He has 3 kids.
Yeah.
He was there for there was a few fathers on that trip. Dafix, expecting.
Yeah.
So it was
There's still hope.
When you become a
There's still
dad,
hope.
when you have a family, it's manageable. I just think you got to plan it a bit ahead and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would love to see another Shred to Your Dead.
Yeah, I mean,
The geriatric years.
Would you do another skate trip?
yeah, I would for sure. I mean, yeah, 100%.
You get slow times at work, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I yeah, I mean, I would 100% do another skate trip. I mean, I don't not want to be a part of, that.
Yeah.
The travel aspect, you mean?
Yeah. Or just, I think it's like, yeah, or just the rollerblading with your friends. I think that's the thing that I want to do.
It's good to hear that you're skating every week. I didn't know that you were skating. I knew you still skated, but I didn't know you skate like every Sunday.
Well, I mean, I try. Obviously there'll be times when it'll be
Yeah, you gotta
like
work
a
or something.
month. I'll go a month, but it's not because I don't want to. It's just because the things don't work out or people don't go skating on a certain weekend. But recently, it's been like we've been going pretty much every week, and there's always a group that will go. So
Do you still take Bodie out on the big wheels?
I do pretty much every
Do
day
you really?
on your skates. Yeah.
You still got them going?
Yep.
You
I
probably
mean,
had to replace the wheels at this point, right?
They're almost toast because
They're
I
almost
do
toast.
so many frontside shuffles. But yeah, he loves it. I can't say the word rollerblading without him freaking out.
Oh, he knows the word?
Dan, so he loves rollerblading just as much, or if not more, than you do? You dog?
What's still new to him?
That's true.
Well, he
He's a young boy.
when I first got him, that was the first thing I did when I got home, because I'd always wanted a dog that you could like skate with and like wear out really quick, like take him, you know, around the block, like for like a mile or two, and just let him just like go, you know, and get tired really quick. So when I got him, I was like, oh, this is perfect, you know, and he loves it.
I didn't know you skate with the big wheels. I'm sure people would like to see you skating on some big wheels.
Well, I mean, it's funny because like my neighbors, I think all think it's like really weird because we're flying down, like, and Bodie pulls me like the whole time. You know, I have like a certain harness for him, and like he's like barking the whole time. He's like,
why? Because he's so happy.
yeah, because he's so. And
Yeah, and you have like a really quiet block too.
Yeah,
So-
but like there's a few times. Actually, one time I was at the 7-Eleven by my house, and somebody like looked at me and they're like, "Hey man, didn't I see you rollerblading with your dog down the street the other day?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's me, dude.
Yeah.
Do people think you're weird because you the guy who rollerblades with his dog in his
Well, I mean,
neighborhood?
nobody's ever asked me about it really, but like, you
Nobody
know,
wants to.
because it's funny because we're going so fast.
Yeah.
There has been one time when we went down pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that happen? Did he just cut you off?
It was a street sign, and I was like, I went left and he went right, and I had to throw the leash because I was gonna get the leash caught, and then when I threw the leash, it got caught underneath a car tire,
Oh no.
and then we were booking it, and so he got the leash like got caught, and he got like was running
Yeah.
and got snagged. You know?
It's probably tough on him.
Yeah, and then I went down, I ripped my pants and like fell to, and somebody saw it, and I was like just so worried about him. I was like, oh, he was fine, but like, you know.
You been getting on the bikes though with Say or what?
Bikes?
Yeah.
Bicycles?
Yeah, bicycle.
Not recently, no. No, I would like
When I
to.
come back to town,
yeah,
man,
I
we
would
gotta hit
love
the bikes
to.
again.
Yeah, I would absolutely love that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Because
That's fun.
we had so much fun right before you went to New York.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. I mean, he rides all the time. He does mountain bike
Yeah.
shit all the time.
I
He
wanna-
just did
I wanna
like
get
some
into that.
crazy ass race in Colorado.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
let's
just
do the
curious.
bikes.
I just shot that one up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So you're most known for your bowl skating, obviously. What do you know what got you to that point? Like how that ended up happening?
No.
You just started flowing one day, and you're like, I like this.
Well, I always skated transition, like always. I mean, it. Like my dad used to drop me off at like the skate park when I was like 13 or something, you know, and I would go to RSA and just like, I always skated ramps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It wasn't like an intentional thing. It was just kind of.
That was there.
Yeah, it was there. It was like where you would go to meet skaters was at the skate park, you know, so. And then I kind of just never really stopped. And then, you know, Southern California had so many cement skate parks that popped up. And they were just like a place where you could go and skate and not get kicked out. And so we just kind of always skated like cement skate parks. But I don't know, there was like maybe like one point when it started to like click the transition skating, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I think it would just came from skating my hometown skate park every day for like, you know,
Years?
Forever.
Yeah, like 7, yeah, forever. Like,
Yeah.
since it opened, you know, like
It has a bowl.
it has like this small little like spine section thing with like a bunch of hips and like a bowl with a bowl corner.
Okay.
But it's like it's a bowl corner and two like hips, but there's a spine in the middle.
Okay. And that just took it from there. Because I guess in the beginning days when you became like pro or whatever, you weren't really known for your bowl skating as much. But I guess that's
No.
probably part of why there wasn't that many skate parks, I guess, that had bowls in Cali that time. Or was there?
No, there wasn't. No, not really. It was more just because I think what kind of started for me was like when I was being paid to skate, like I actually skated like pretty much every day, you know, like or I would skate 3 or 4 times a week, you know, and even if it was Tuesday, I'd still go to the skate park and skate, you know. So I think it just kind of naturally happened. I didn't and then it was like the one thing that I felt like was just, you know, always so fun, you know, because it takes such little effort.
it looks fun if you know how to do it. But for people like me, I guess you don't know how to do it. It's like the hardest thing ever, and I could tell how it would be fun, you know? I just can't.
But I think like you growing up in New York, like that's just, you got the street.
Yeah, no,
aspect,
definitely.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
it's just the environment. I mean, it's the same thing if the roles were reversed.
Even like when I drop into like a new bowl I never skated before, I don't even know like the line. Like I feel like figuring out just the line in a bowl is an art in itself, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
That takes like time to get used to. You think you can just drop in like a fresh bowl and you just find your way, right?
Yeah.
It seems so natural for you. Every time you go, you just fucking find the line. You're just like, doo-doo-doo, and you're good.
Yeah. I mean, I always get like, sometimes like, you know, little kids will be at the skate park and be like, oh, how many times have you been here? And I'm like, no, this is my first time. They're like, you learned how to skate the bowl like that and that quickly? I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a bowl.
Yeah. Skate one, skate them all.
Yeah. there's you know, usually the way things are built, there's like one or two things that you should do in the bowl, right? So like either whether it's a hip or a place to grind or something, and then there's always a way to make it work.
Just figure it out.
Just figure it out. Yeah.
It just comes more natural to some than others, I guess.
Yeah. I don't really like think about what I'm doing. You know?
You just let it be. Well,
you let the ramp take you, bro.
Yeah.
Repetition, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like, you know, it's like just you come to a certain obstacle and just something pops in the head, you know? I don't know. That's kind of how I've always skated, which has, you know, has its disadvantages now because, like, sometimes I'll just fall because I try something way too hard or, you know.
Yeah. It's like tough, like when you're trying to like skate how you remember yourself being able to skate, but then not skating as frequently or as practicing, and sometimes you're like, oh, my feet aren't there.
Yeah, like like on a mini ramp I'll get like excited and then try to do like hurricane topsoul.
Yeah.
But like air.
Or just forward five. What happened to forward 5 Fridays, dude?
Yeah, you know, like shit like that. Like,
yeah. Just get like worked up and the blood's pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That happens.
But yeah, I've been like, you know, I got these new those solo frames, I think they're called.
The solo?
Oh yeah, those are like,
yeah, the metal ones.
You got them on the skates now?
Yeah,
How do you
that's like right up your alley.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're really good on bowls. They're so nice and
just the weight of them.
Yeah, like you're just, I don't know. There's something about it being super solid and like, you know, but street they hurt my back.
Because it's too stiff.
No give. But it's really good for bowls.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, like, I feel like it's a must-have. I was shocked.
I need to get a pair. Do you get?
No, I know. I want to try with
like
that new
a
H
skate
block,
park?
that new like
And
plastic.
we had him on the show.
I know.
We should have charged him 2 pairs of frames to be on the show.
I was going to ask you about your skates now because being someone who was sponsored and pro, you had obviously frame sponsors, wheel sponsors, skate sponsors, whatever. You had to ride a certain way.
All these different eras of Jeff's blading.
Yeah, but now like you have.
I never was really like techie about.
You don't care? You like him?
Yeah.
No one's worse than him.
I had a set of frames that I had forever. They were these Kaiser frames that I probably rode for like, I don't know. It was something crazy. Maybe like 7-10 years, like a long time. After
The same frames?
The same frames.
What?
Like they were on so many pairs of skates and they just had this like awesome groove and I would just always switch them over and you know, I never really thought much about it. But I was never really like
You never cared about what it was?
Not really.
Well, you know, I was wondering
I hated
because
putting skates together.
I hate
that too.
Yeah.
That's like my
I hate putting
least.
I don't know anybody who does like that.
Eric Stokely likes it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Jeez.
He's like a skate mechanic. He likes it.
I feel like someone like Long would do that too.
Some people like it.
But I was gonna ask you why you skated a certain setup that you do now, but I guess you don't care anyway. Because
Well,
like you
I
have
will
you have
say
free reign now to wear whatever the hell you want.
I skate flat now, and
You didn't skate flat
I
before?
never skated flat before.
All the bullshit it was all anti-rocker or
Yeah.
freestyle? Was it anti or
All
freestyle?
anti-rocker.
Damn, wouldn't
Yeah.
expect
Was
that.
it tough to get used to or easy?
I'll never go back.
Yeah, I don't get.
Skating flat is the best.
Yeah.
It is the.
Did you
best.
only start with the solar frames, or you started before that?
I started before that.
Oh yeah.
With some
frames?
youth frames, which have like the smallest H block.
Yeah,
I
for
think,
flats.
For flat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really think it doesn't bother me that much. There's only rare times when they actually stick.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone back since and then said, "Oh, I'm not doing this again"?
I've skated somebody else's skates and realized how shitty.
Yeah, and is it crazy how many years you skated like that? I always think that also.
I can't believe I did. Like, the whole time. Like,
Damn, I still
all
do.
just to all to just not stick. But realistically, like, you can still do. I still do everything.
You just got to get used to it.
Yeah, you just have to get used to it.
Yeah.
Retrain yourself.
You know, I mean.
But was there even much to get used to?
No.
Remember when I switched, there wasn't really much at all.
I mean, but like,
There's
I
like
guess
one
at
trick.
this point, it's so. I mean, it just everything sort of feels very natural anyway. You know.
Mm-hmm. You're not going all out, I guess.
No.
You're just chill skating.
But I mean, you know, like rollerblading just feels very familiar.
Yeah, it's natural at this point. You've been doing it forever.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, there's times when it doesn't feel familiar, and that's weird.
I can't believe you didn't skate flat before. That's crazy.
Yeah, well.
With the speed, too, that you were going.
Yeah.
I think B. Smith was the same way, too. He probably skated anti-rocket, too. He was, like, the fastest person out there.
Yep.
Yeah, he did skate anti, right?
He did.
Everybody skated anti. Like,
he skates flat
in the
now.
mid-2000s.
Does he?
Does he skate flat now?
Yeah.
Same thing? Everybody skates flat now.
I feel like everyone.
You gotta jump on the bandwagon.
I feel like everyone hit puberty except me. I'm like
And
not a man
especially
yet.
for street skating, too, it would make everything so much smoother and nicer.
Yeah, dude. I gotta be honest.
Everything
I like,
about it.
Like cracks and shit.
I only street skate on trips now. That's my rule.
Sick.
if I'm going on a trip, I'll street skate.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
my
yeah.
day to day.
I heard you killed it on
Oh yeah.
through like through some folks. I heard you skated really well.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got some tricks.
Cool.
But I don't know if it was really well. But
Cool.
it was
Still
good
got
for
it.
an old guy.
Oh, I saw that trick you did on that thing the other day with like back torque to true kind grinder.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Awesome.
Doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah.
No, it was
Very cool.
yeah, it's skating with guys like this, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like high energy
do it.
guys who are still doing their thing.
Yeah.
So makes
Yeah.
the old bones want to do something.
When like the camera comes out too, you kind of want to like do
But you're
a little bit
you're
more.
not that old.
No, I know. I just my excuse. It's like, like when I forget something and I'm like, that brain injury I had, and everyone's like, that's 2 years ago. I was like, memory,
It's
you know.
not the
What do you consider old in skating now then? How old are you? You like 35?
I mean, John's the one who's defying everything.
35. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you consider old now then?
I mean, older than me.
That's old.
Not me, dude.
I don't know. I think I would say 40. I think if you're skating and you're still 40, or you're 40 and you're still skating, I feel like that is falls hurt more. Like
Definitely.
if things start to wear down. My thing is it's just because it's been going on for so long. It's been.
Does your body feel good now when you skate?
It's since I've been skating more right now, it feels good. So yes, but I mean, I try to take care of myself, but my body is
Well, you switched to light beers.
I always say I switch to light beer, but I always say I'm like, it's not that my whole body hurts. It's just my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders, my back, my hips, my knees, and my ankles. Everything
Besides
else
that,
is
everything
fine.
works.
Okay, yeah.
All the joints.
All the joints.
All
yeah.
the joints.
Mhm. No, the back.
That's the only shit that hurts.
The back's the real one too. The back. The back. really
back
is-
would be tough.
The back has always been the worst struggle.
Back hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your type of skating generally is like low impact though. I feel like the longevity of the way you skate is better than most other people.
Well, yeah. I mean, Well,
It still hurts.
not
though.
necessarily. Yeah. I mean, because there's times where I fell a few like this year trying to air a quarter pipe, and I fell in like the most strange way and like hyperextended my leg in, like, the weirdest way.
Yeah.
Like, just because it was one of those weird quarter pipes that you think you anticipate what it's going to be like, and then it's not that.
Yeah.
But
You've done a pretty good job, I think, avoiding some serious injury though.
thanks, Billy.
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Is that something you don't talk about?
He's not skating this weekend. He's not skating this Sunday.
Totally.
I just retired. Jeff's done now. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Thanks.
Let's talk about this though. You've been through so many different eras in skating. I remember when I first met you, you were on Razors and through
Yeah.
that era, and
Oh yeah.
and then some in the Shadow and everything else, and then Shred to Your Dead and so on. But At one point, you were with like spending a lot of time working with like John Elliott and Brian Shima, and I know you looked up to those guys a lot, and then ended up being friends with them, and then working with them. What was that experience like?
It was the best. They're the coolest. You know, ended up living with both of them, and spent a lot of time with them. They were great, you know, like so cool. They were like the godfathers, I think, of, you know, like badass rollerblading that was like really, really cool, you know?
Totally.
Like they were hardcore rollerbladers.
Yeah.
And like they were just
I like how we just all laughed and
yeah, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, no, totally. They badass.
yeah. But like they also taught me like so much shit. I mean, Brian taught me about cars, and fucking John taught me about music and style and vintage stuff and furniture and, you know, everything. They like kind of taught me what was cool very early on in their eyes, you know what I mean? So it's pretty cool.
So you learn a lot of other things from skating besides obviously just skating. You said cars, which is like a main hobby of yours now.
Yes.
And music as well, and photography.
Yes.
Who'd you learn photography from?
I mean, pretty much Brandon Smith, I would say.
Even back in the day, though? But you were like shooting... You had pictures published in like Daily Bread and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was because of Brandon Smith.
Was it?
Yeah.
Shout out B. Smith.
Shout out Brandon Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Really?
I didn't know
Best
that.
photographer I know.
So he was like showing you the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, he went to school for photography and
Yeah.
like way early on. And then he like taught me about flashes and, you know, how to sync them up with a camera and pocket wizards and like lighting and all of that, like way early on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first like cover I had that I shot the photo for, like he like helped me. I'm pretty sure he helped me like do the lighting for it, you know, like he's like,
What cover was that?
it was Bailey. I only had like one cover.
Well, which cover was it?
It was the one where he's doing like Eric Bailey's doing a zero
Ollie
alley
Fish in L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Sick.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I don't remember. For what? What
It was,
magazine?
it was a double rail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you shot that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he lit it
very
for you and
excited.
you
I
just...
was more excited. It's funny because I was more excited at the time, like, of taking the photo than I was, like, being on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel like that wasn't even that long ago, too, to be like that B. Smith helped you with the lighting.
What do you mean though? Like you were more excited?
I mean, I don't really like to be... I don't really want to be on the cover.
Oh, you were more excited to have your photo on
Like
it rather
more-
than you
yeah.
be on it.
Yeah,
It's yourself.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
He's
more proud of the
more
work than
excited
the
for your
photography.
photo to be on than for you to be on.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Like, because I mean, I was still
Totally.
skating and
Yeah.
like doing, but I was like more, you know, I had covers and I'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, that's cool, but like, all right.
This is the first new
And
landmark.
then,
yeah.
it was like I was taking a step in a different direction, which I was like excited about. So,
Yeah.
you know,
It's really cool to see like a lot of people from skating like who've like made that transition smoothly, like learning. Like, I remember when you got your first picture. I think it was Daily Bread. That was like one of your first skate
no,
photos.
not Daily Bread. It was probably, it was one.
B-Mag,
It was
one, something. But I
Your
remember you were
first
just
print
like,
was
dude,
one?
look. You're like, dude, look. I was like, sick.
Didn't you have a picture of like Jason Howard front siding a rail? Was that you or no?
Jason Howard?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No? I don't know who I'm thinking of
remember
that. I thought that was you. I remember there was a picture of
No,
like
'cause,
Jason
like,
Howard
when
front
I
siding a
was-
rail fish
The
spray.
first photo I got was, I think, in one, and I think it was like, I don't know. It was obviously digital, so it was, you know, not that long ago, I guess.
Did you learn shooting digital or you learn shooting film?
I learned digital, and then Brandon taught me film.
Like you took a step back and learned
Yeah,
film?
yeah. So I like learned how to use a camera and understand the concept, and then learned about film, and then shot all film and learned how to develop it. And I only printed photos like one time with Yvonne.
I never got into that either.
Those guys are like amazing at that, which is an art in itself.
Yeah.
Yvonne and Brandon.
Yvonne and Brandon, yeah. Yeah, so, and then I went back to digital with knowing, you know, when you take your time with film, you know, the photos are more meaningful. You're like it's more intimate in a way. You take your time because you're spending way
more money. Yeah, it's not just
know?
snapping away. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're shooting medium format, you're taking 10 photos, and it's like
a few bucks a photo.
Like it's like $35 to get it developed. So it's like
I always tell, like, when new photographers ask me, like, for tips or something like that, I always tell them the main tip is to shoot film first.
Yeah,
I feel like
I would always tell people, I just say get a Canon AE1 or a Pentax A1000.
Yeah.
Buy a bunch of rolls of film, and that will be your best. Like, it is the best camera there is. It's just a normal 50 millimeter lens.
Exactly. Yeah, a little 51 1.8 on it. That's like it's like with skating too, because like there was an era where people used to skate, and it was like the 450 Royale era, and like everyone was just throwing themselves at rails and shit like that, but they didn't take the beginning steps of like learning how to do it on a ledge first or something like that.
I remember those stages, or they didn't even know how to roll.
How to skate.
They can't skate backwards. They can't skate backwards.
They would like
they're just throwing it in,
and you're like, what is going on, dude?
There was a point along the way that people were like, you don't even have to rollerblade.
No,
you gotta
yeah.
somehow manage to get down that
stomp
rail.
up to the rail.
Yeah, I remember there was an era in blading in New York where like people were able to like do true spins on rails before doing soles.
Dude,
yeah, see, that doesn't make sense.
What was the era like in New York when you would skate? Was it John Brown High School?
Oh,
like
50
what
of us?
was? Yeah, dude, what was that shit
Oh
like?
my
Dude,
God.
that must
It was
have been
intense.
like the coolest.
What,
It was
the squad's like 50
where
people?
It seems like you guys are like in a gang.
we were very we had
You guys are like, you guys seem hard as fuck.
It was,
dude, I don't know, from like us West Coast guys looking at you guys, it was pretty, we were definitely intimidated.
No.
Like, you guys probably
Those are the big
guns
crews.
and,
No,
Carry
guns. No, we didn't have guns. We didn't have guns. No,
I'm just kidding.
We used to bring knives out though.
Knife fights.
So-
Kind grind the rail and then freaking knife
Shank someone at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
watching like Murder do so much like crazy shit on those rails was so cool.
The VG16 when him and
Yeah.
Dustin went like back to back on them.
Like, crazy
That was
on
nuts,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Have you skated that spot?
No.
I was gonna say, like, what's your out of all the eras, which one do you look back of like with the most regard?
What
like
do you believe in?
that era?
I think that one was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the reason for that? Besides obvious slaughtering of every spot that these people went to.
I think it was like when a few people were like really, you still had Dustin in it, you still had all the old guys, and they were, I don't know. I mean, there was still like money in the industry as well. I think that helped.
Yeah.
Was there?
No, I think the general sense
There
of
was-
hope and belief.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and
there
then just like everyone
that was
pushing.
like the tail end of like
Yeah.
like that. I don't know exactly, but it's somewhere like early 2000s. Right?
Yeah, I guess that was like 2002 maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a good era, like when people put like thought into skate videos instead of just like putting songs.
Like a theme to it,
tricks
you mean?
Yeah, themes.
Yeah.
Like, I liked those themed little that made no sense. He just like made the paper mache rabbit head,
No, it was sick.
and then he like
Oh, the little skits in between the
zero
sections?
spun the stairs with like a rabbit mask on.
Oh, like
which
Petty
is probably
doing
really
Petty
hard.
doing 3 sections to like 3 different
That
songs.
was cool.
Yeah, that was sick.
really cool.
But honestly, back to the era of skating. I don't know. There's been so many good ones. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, or honestly, like the VG4 era.
But I mean, like,
was
which one do you
probably,
look back like and like regard like the most fond, like of like you being a part of it and being like, yo, this was a time, like, whether it was like Demo Day, or those times, or just like a time where you're like, yo, the homies, we're all working together. Yeah, it's just felt good, like felt the best, and everyone's working. It, it could probably be
That I don't know. Yeah, maybe like the Demo Day.
yeah, because it seemed like
days.
your crew then was a pretty solid.
Yeah, because we had a pretty solid crew.
And you were your own thing. It wasn't like it was like unique.
Yeah, it wasn't like tied with a company, you mean? Like it was just the
We
homies
just
going
had
out. Carl was
bunch
doing a lot of
like
filming
Southern
then.
Californian skaters that all sort of like hung out with Carl and around
Yeah.
Carl's house. Like Carl had a pool, trampoline.
So he was the coolest kid on the block.
That's the
his
meeting
parents
zone.
were the coolest.
He was
Yeah.
the coolest kid on the block.
And like, so and he had all the video games. you know. So like,
They're like,
You
all
know
right,
the video game.
we'll meet at Carl's. We'll jump on the
But, like, it
trampoline.
was
We'll go
It sounds like the
like-
Stokely's house back in the
Yeah, but
day.
it
It sounds
was
just like the Stokely's house.
and so yeah, and they would like let us like drink beer and smoke pot. It was so great.
It's pretty cool.
But it was like, you know, like it would be like Haffey and Farmer would come through, and it would be like Conan O'Brien and
oh yeah.
like Scott Ladinsky, you know, Mike Leaf, you know,
The gang.
Kevin Smith,
Mm.
like all those, you know, Ian McLeod, Colin McLeod.
Yeah, you guys had a gang.
Yeah, I mean, there
You
was,
talked about us being intimidated on the East Coast.
I know, look
your
at that.
gang. This guy's
we
like
had quite the
Mike
gang,
Leaf, Tone Loke.
but we
You know what I'm
weren't
saying?
Yeah,
Crazy Ed. He just listed up the boys.
yeah, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, special time, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. There's been lots of good times. I mean, there's times the way that skating is like evolved now is so rad. You know, it's in its own like.
Yeah, do you like the new stuff?
Yeah, I think so. There's some things I don't understand. There's some like, you know, some stuff.
What don't you understand?
I don't know. Some tricks are just a little
Too far out
out there
for your style.
Yeah,
I get that.
yeah,
It goes pretty far. You got to see how far you can go before it's too far. That's how you find out, you know?
Yeah.
You got to walk that unexplored
yeah,
no man's land,
yeah.
you know? But yeah, I get that. But for the most part, you
Yeah,
dig it.
I mean, I love that it's going back to more simple stuff. I like that it's like you could do a half cap topsoil and it's cool, or you can do topsoil and it's cool.
Yeah.
It's like I always, you know, think that it's not really about like you don't have to do the hardest stuff, and you could just do a front royale and it is cool. Like I think that's kind of like what I really like about skating right now. You know. So.
Just the cool things, making it look good. The little small details.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little knickknacks.
Just making it look easy, making it look smooth,
Yeah.
you know, simple.
Making it look good.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Do you have any new people out that you like watching skate right now? Any new guys? We always go through the list of the old guys, but you know, if there's anyone new.
I mean, obviously Joe Atkinson's my favorite skater.
Yeah. Obviously?
Obviously,
Okay.
you know.
How did he win your heart?
Because of the bowl skating?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like to say this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
How he skates those little, what are those things called?
Pockets?
The pocket?
the full, the
No, they're like the little, like the eggs in the corner.
Cradle?
Cradle.
yeah. I
Yeah.
hate those things. But
What?
yes.
Really?
You do?
Yeah, they suck.
That seems like it's right up your alley.
Times in those things like so bad, go like straight up to the top.
Oh my god, dude.
Like
It's not fun to like fakey
No.
whip around there,
it's
right?
fake. I can only do them backwards. I can't do them forwards. If I go in forwards, I'm gonna end up like just I can't. I like lose the sense of the thing. But if I go backwards, I can stick my feet higher up. And it's easier.
It kind of makes sense. You're leaning in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Backwards is easier.
You could fakey carve both ways too. That's like the hardest shit
I don't
ever.
know about like not both ways. I don't know.
I've been told you got it both ways.
I couldn't do it both. I couldn't like do the same carve opposite directions, but I could do. You know what I mean? Like you could do it just looking over the other shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's the hard thing about it,
yeah,
right?
I mean, I consider the hard thing is to drop in backwards.
Yeah, that is
over
hard
the
too.
other shoulder, and I can. I got that.
You got it. Do you practice that? He just dropped in fakey
Well, I
mad
had
times.
to learn at one point because I was doing. I spin very strange. I have spin both ways. Like it's just.
Yeah, you spin fakey 540 like over one direction. You spin regular 540 the other direction, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
But just like I have 360 one way and 540 the other way.
What?
But then you could do both the other way. You can do both of them. I could do switch 5 and switch 3 because it's the same thing, right? But then fakey 540, I have to do switch like 540 fakie, but I have to look over the switch shoulder. So to do a fakie 540, every time I'm looking over the wrong shoulder, going up to do it. But it's the only.
Is it the way you spin? Is that why
I can do a normal?
So it's like illusion.
No, it's just over the. It just happens to be the way that I spin when I'm trying to do a fakie 540. I have to look over the other shoulder.
You 360 one way and 540 the other way is fucking. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard.
That's tricky.
Yeah, well, because
how does that work?
Well, when I went to Woodward when I was like 14, and there was a launch box, and I went to Woodward like learning how to skate, so I could like.
Would you go east?
Yeah.
You went as a camper?
East?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When was this?
Adam Kilgore was my like bunk leader.
No.
What? This is crazy.
Yeah. With who else was there? Adam Kilgore and Matthias St. John was there.
Matizzi?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah. When I was like, I don't know, 13, 12?
No way.
I don't know. Some like real young. I don't know.
And Adam Kilgore was your bunk leader. Did he flex as bunk leader? Like, did he try to emulate?
He made himself known, right?
Yeah.
He made himself.
He tried to flex.
He just,
He was like, Jeff, I'm Adam. I'm bunk leader. So
yeah, right.
what I say goes.
Yeah.
Did he make it known off the bat? Did
yes, as soon as I got in, I
could see him pulling that.
Yeah,
I could see him pulling that. Shout out Adam Kilgore.
Yeah. West Coast kid coming in,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he saw like my Senate stickers or something. Just kidding.
He was like, "Oh, were you from California? All right, well, welcome to the East Coast.
Yeah.
This is my bunk.
This is my bunk.
Yeah.
I'm the leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?" Wow.
So why did you learn the spin?
Just because I couldn't do 3. I think is what I couldn't do a 360 the same way I do a 540 because every time I would almost do a 540. Like, I couldn't just do a slow...
You over-rotated, you mean?
Yeah, I could never do a slow 360. Like, for me to do a switch 360 is really, really hard. Although it's the same thing as a 540, I would rather do it the other way. But I also do things like switch one way for street and one way for park.
Oh, like grinding, right? Like
Yeah.
fish brains or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because of coping, like carving, or just in general?
the way that
carve,
I've
right?
learned how to skate is like kind of...
I never noticed that with you.
They're different. Yeah. I don't know. But I like skating switch. I've always liked skating switch. I think it's
Is switch skate one of your favorite games?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to when I was younger. It's like I would always think it was so cool to be able to do like true top acid and then switch true top acid and then kind grind and then switch kind grind and just always, wanted to be able to do both tricks going in both ways, but
We used to always play switch skate back in the day. We actually played the best game of skate ever. Like a few weeks ago, we played like some like P-Rail. The game was budget skate, but like it has to be whack budget. It can't be like a pivot or anything like that. So it was like front side to kind grind tricks or like topsoil trimizu like stuff, and it was mad fun.
Topsoil sweat stance.
Yeah, topsoil sweat stance. It was mad fun, and like I never played that before, but it made like the game interesting.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, we used to play the weirdest games to skate.
Like what?
I mean, well, Haffey and I like grew up together, so I mean, honestly, him and I are extremely competitive. So we would always just play these like ridiculous games of skate, but like with everybody, I mean, we would play all the time, and I was always the dickhead that would be like doing like true spin cowboys to like, you know what I mean? Or like, like,
I'm sorry, what's a true spin cowboy?
Like
the cab driver,
like a cab driver, but like doing it true spin.
Okay.
So it's like
well, I never seen that before.
Yeah,
I never seen that before.
Just doing some like absolutely like ridiculous.
Would you like
Because that's the kind of stuff you got to do to get.
Would you do rough rides or something?
Everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how I'd always beat Chris.
Yeah.
That's why when I played Chris in skate, the last trick was true spin tabernacle.
Oh yeah, because you did that.
Did he used to get pissed?
Well, because that's how I always used to beat him when we were kids.
He did that in the YouTube video.
Yeah,
and he was
but I
fucking
did
pissed at that.
I did that because that's like our relationship.
Tabernacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, you guys have like really competitive friendship.
yeah, I mean,
And you guys skate completely different too. For you two to play skate together,
yeah, and he would
Seems very
always,
dynamic.
always beat me. Unless I did that.
The tabernacle?
I had to adapt.
It was like the same thing with Murder. Murder would like beat me all the time we played, but like he had certain weaknesses, like he sucked at negatives. So I would just do like a negative mistrial, and he'd be like, "Fuck you with that fake ass trick," and I'd be like, "You got to do it, man. Come on." But then it was his turn to do like 3 soul, like Soyal or something.
yeah, I'm sure we do stuff
Yeah,
like that.
just like crush me with real tricks. You
Yeah.
know? Well, not saying negative mistrial's not a
Chris
real
would
trick.
get me. Like,
It is a real trick.
Chris would get me like switch true fish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
or
fucked
like
up.
like the hard ones.
That's fucked
know?
up.
Like the
I hate when
ones,
people
yeah.
do switch fish brain. Even if you're playing switch skate, to do a switch fish brain is so dirty.
Yeah, it's cruel.
Because you could literally hurt your friend right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also why
It's a
I
health
got
risk.
so mad at him when he did the flat spin.
Yeah, no,
Because I
that's
was like,
deadly too.
he knows I can't flat spin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You
I
flat on the
forgot that.
spine,
He
not
knows.
just a flat spin,
like,
it's flat
he
on the
knows,
spine.
like,
The
this
scariest
is-
thing.
We've been like, we used to like Chris's dad took us, or my dad dropped me off at Chris's house, and we went to like NIST together with like his parents. Like that, we go like
Damn.
way far
Back,
back.
Damn.
You know. And but yeah, so he knows I can't flat spin. So he hit me with the low blow.
That's
flat
real.
I saw
dude.
you were like, I don't think that was flat. I'm like, yo, it's so you. It's so Jeff to say that.
Totally.
I don't think that was
You
flat.
still won that one though, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was a trip about like happy with those first things that he was doing, like battling everyone.
That was so sick.
He lost like the first like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But he always
He would
like
battle
he
everyone on
always
their
battled
turf, that's
everyone
why.
on their field.
That was
yeah.
his intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
His
so
intention was to
genius
lose.
about it.
Yeah.
That was his intention.
Yeah.
What do you mean his intention?
His intention was to lose. He
Why?
didn't want to beat everybody. He just did it for fun, I think.
Oh yeah, not
Like he would play like that's why he played me in a mini ramp.
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause he played people in their fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Challenge for
of course
himself.
I could, of course I'm.
Better there. You could finish.
Of course I destroy him in a
Finish that
destroy him in a
sentence,
mini ram.
I didn't mean, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, but yeah, no, totally. That's a good bit of the challenge for him that he did that. Like
I think his intention wasn't to lose. His intention just was not to win them all.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like he played everybody that was, the best at what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like so, and that's why when we ended our thing, it was like I had to jump the mega ramp if I lost.
Oh yeah.
That's really scary.
You did it anyway, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
Definitely one of the scariest things ever.
that thing's insane.
I'm mad I missed that. Error.
I'm really glad I did it, but I would never do it again.
What did you do with the quarter pipe after? Did you do?
I
it?
fell at the bottom.
You
You
slid
have
out?
to.
Yeah.
And you
That
probably-
quarter pipe scared the fuck out of me because the amount of G's you pull when you're going
Yeah,
out,
it's
crazy.
you could see how at the top you could just go.
You just
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
You could
Easy.
just push
Legit.
out and flat bottom.
Easy.
Like because
Easy.
you come in with so much weight and then it like just compress at the top.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh great, now I'm gonna like. Yeah. So
Dude, you just gotta resist on that thing. Basically, just that's thing's so crazy.
Yeah, and it was really hard for me. I couldn't at the time. I was skating anti-rocker.
Oh, you jumped the mega anti.
I'm sure everyone
That's
was.
real. Yeah.
Except for Haffey.
for sure, of course.
Well, I think Happy was probably anti.
No, he
Well,
had a flat setup for
Yeah,
mega ramp. He had a
mega ramp
special
skate
mega ramp setup.
for them. Yeah, he had big ass huge wheels with mega bearings and
What a
Mega
monster.
ramp bearings and mega.
all the speed cream on the.
This guy just like all the nitrous in there. Just like all like the freaking
Yeah.
extras.
But
Wow.
yeah, it was really hard to like actually jump off the lip, because you think that you're going so fast and you're just gonna clear the whole thing, but you actually have to jump. And going like 60 miles an hour. And,
It's fast.
And hitting that lip is really intimidating. And the worst part about it is the clicking of.
Oh yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
told me too. The
Of
same
the,
thing.
Yeah,
it's like a roller
just 'cause-
coaster, right?
Yeah, it's like click, click,
Yeah.
click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's intense.
terrifying.
I want to skate that thing.
Whoa, dude.
I want to
It got
skate.
tore down.
I know. I missed my
They tore it
chance.
down?
I think so.
Yeah, they tore it down a
Good.
few months ago.
Yeah.
That was a beast.
Yeah.
Screw that thing.
Someone said something bigger was coming. I don't know if that was like a rumor going around. I don't know what could be bigger than the
bigger?
mega ramp. I don't know.
The bigger
Really?
ramp?
Something bigger?
Ultra ramp?
Dude,
I don't know who told me that. I don't know who told me that. Someone told me.
It can't get much
I
bigger.
mean, that
than
ramp was pretty big, I think.
From the
That's
middle
probably
was
standard
70
mega
feet.
ramp.
Like, wasn't it?
No, I
From
think
the middle one.
The normal. Oh yeah, from the biggest
middle
one,
one.
I think was 70 feet.
Yeah.
But I think
The other one's
it
like
was
40?
45 feet.
The small one's 45.
I think so.
Dude, it's
But I know that
insane.
you hit
Yeah,
when you hit the lip. I think you're going somewhere like 50. You're like 40 high, like 40s
That's insane.
to 50.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever been that fast on blades ever.
Like you're really, really, really going fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it feels so strange to jump
Damn, Happy.
because you're going so fast and you feel.
And
like
Happy
you
just got
shouldn't.
used to that.
Yeah, and he would just launch it.
Is he still doing Nitro?
I don't know.
What's going on? Like Chris just like crushed that for a while, and then
He, I mean, I know he's working.
Like, what else would he be
with
doing?
Nitro. He's like working. I think he works there,
it's sick.
like in the office. Like I don't.
He should have done a game of Blade with
I'm
like
hoping to
Dave
see-
Lang
I'm
or something
hoping
on the
to
Mega.
see him this weekend. Yeah,
That would have
Yeah.
been sick.
Yeah, Dave.
oh,
but that's-
Dave and him on the Mega.
Yeah, like that. You know,
Wow.
he's playing skate with other people.
Yeah.
Even though that's kind of like Happy's turf now too.
Yeah,
But
it's-
Yeah.
just to see
that'd be
that.
more like evenly matched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to open up for questions? We got 90 people watching.
How many people?
We got 90 people watching.
How long have we gone?
Hour 5.
Oh yeah, let's go. Well, we're gonna open it up for questions.
Questions.
Yeah, we're just chit chatting around. Yeah, we got a live feed, so we open it up for some people who are interested in
Jeff Clay never saw the show.
Some people. Some people.
I watched a few.
Oh, nice.
I watched them
Have you? Which ones?
on YouTube.
Which
I
one?
watched like a few of the first ones, and you guys.
Oh, nice.
I watched Miguel's.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's like I watched Miguel's.
Well, now yours is on, so you can watch that. But
Uh,
these people are gonna ask some questions. But before that, I gotta do my spiel. Do you know my
Okay.
spiel? Have you seen an episode?
Not
Do you know what
recently,
comes
no.
next?
No.
No?
Oh no.
Well, what comes next is
Are
while
you gonna tell me what you really think about me?
Now he just unleashes it on all his.
while we're waiting for everyone to load up on the questions.
You did
and-
that. I gotta check the cameras real quick.
Okay, Austin's gonna check the cameras. But so if you don't already, everyone, please go to our Instagram, follow us. Go to our Facebook page, give us a like. Go to our YouTube page, click the follow or subscribe rather, and then go click the notification bell. So when we get an episode, it goes up on your phone, ding, and you know when to watch. You can go to our iTunes, give us a 5-star rating, give us a review. The interactions really matter. If you share our video, comment on our video, like the video, things like that, it really helps. And if you like our work and you want to support what we're doing, we have a Patreon. Go there and give us a buck or two, and we'll keep these things going. And
Big thanks to our Patreon supporters.
big thanks to our Patreon supporters. Huge thanks.
We
to
say that
everyone.
every time we travel, but it helps us do stuff like this.
It does. It really does. And so yeah, but we're gonna open it up for questions.
I have one real quick another one from Corey. Shout out Corey French. He asks, does park make your career longer, or does the career make the park better?
I would say. I don't say it again.
Yeah, it almost makes sense. It almost doesn't make sense. Does the park make your career longer? Or-
Yes, I would say yes.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, skating every day and fine tuning your craft is gonna make it be better.
Make it easier
Yeah.
on your body?
Yeah. So 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you want to get good at something, put in the time.
Mm-hmm. You think there's like longevity into skating parks as a hobby, not even say professional, but just like a hobby, occupational skater,
Yeah, for sure.
rather than the streets?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's easier on the body.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I mean, I think it's easier on the knees. It's easier on the back. Falling's less.
The back? Yeah, I guess the back too. Every time I don't skate like a transitional while I like skate like a mini ramp, my back kills the next day. But I'm not used to it too. Like
Yeah.
like goes back to what you were saying before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the more you train your body for it.
Right. Right.
Let me see what we got in
I
the
didn't
live
understand
chat.
that question.
Oh, I'm not asking you. My watch thought I was asking it a question. Okay, let's see. Oh, this thing just flooded real quick.
So many questions, Jeff. You're a very special guest.
Yeah. I guess I don't know.
Thanks for joining us, man. We really appreciate it.
All right, for someone who doesn't give a shit about skate gear and stuff, Chris Stoller asks, Did you make the call for the UHMW sliders on your Razor skate?
Yes.
'Cause they were the only ones that released like that.
Yes. I did. I was like always really into UHMW, and I always thought it slides so much better. And I remember when we were doing that skate, Andy was like bummed that I wanted to go with that material because it was so much more expensive. And I was like, but this is the best, like it's the fastest stuff that you know. And I was like, it's so small, let's just do that. You know, it was like totally my idea.
Sick.
It was sold for the same price, or was it
No,
more?
it was way.
Oh, was it?
He was. Yeah, it was very.
Dan, just for the little soul things.
Yeah,
I think that would make such a big difference.
yeah,
And that's your pro razor skate.
yeah.
And then what happened after that with razors?
You want me to talk about that?
I don't
Go
know.
for it. If you want to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I got in a fight with Andy about getting a pair of my skates to keep. Like, yeah, I actually didn't even. Shima took my skates that were like the size 7. You know, because there was like only one pair. So he took those, and I got like the wrong pair. So I never got to ride like the liners. And then I went in and like asked for a pair of skates, and he wouldn't give me a pair of my
Of your own skates?
Yeah.
What?
And so we got in an argument, and then I had like expedited my passport to get done because it was the first time I was going to go on tour right after that. And then he called me up right after and said he wasn't going to send me on tour because he didn't like my attitude. And then I pretty much quit like a week later because then Shane Coburn asked me to be on Shadow. Like within that week, like when him and I like and all this drama happened, and then yeah, like Shane approached me to do Shadow.
We're gonna have like.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say we should have like a series on how people left razors because all these stories are crazy. Like you wouldn't get your own pro skate.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting at the time. I'm still kind of upset about it.
Yeah.
So you
I
to
just
this
wanted,
day do
like,
you not have your
one-
pro skate?
Not of that.
Which one is that?
The razors with the
Which-
UHMW.
oh, that- So if anyone has a set of Stockwell razors, UHMW is brand new.
Size
Send
7.
them over.
Please.
Size 7. They gotta be size 7.
Well, no, but you know.
Okay, we got a super chat here from Chozo Ace, $20.
No.
Thanks for being on the show, Jeff, and thanks for the podcast, guys.
Thank
Here's your
you.
pizza cash.
Woo.
We actually did have pizza before this. Jeff had a few slices too.
My stomach hurts. I think I ate too much pizza.
Too much pizza?
Too much.
Is that a thing?
Not for you.
Not for me.
Not for you.
Pizza maniac. Okay, there's a lot of fucking questions here. All right, so along the shadow line, Chozo Ace, opinions on the USD shadows? Any interest? Because you did write shadows for a long time.
Like the new ones?
Yeah.
No.
Shadows with an S. No interest? Why not?
No, I'm good. I
No, I'm good.
I'm good. I like the them skates. I'm gonna skate those.
Good answer. That's a good answer. Yeah, you want to choose those over the shadows. Why not? Sterling Pratt asks, if you could go back in time and change one thing about your personal style, what would it be?
Oh, just all of the bad decisions I made with my hairstyles, my clothing, all of that. So I would change all of that.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Yeah, I would go back and get rid of all the hair dye and dumb mistakes I made because of girls I was dating, and which reflected bad on who I was as a person.
Hey, man.
I'm much more comfortable in t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah, we have fashion faux pas in that time. Trust
That
me.
fit correctly.
You're not alone, man.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's an honest answer. I respect that answer so much, dude. I respect that.
Yeah.
I think everybody would say something like that about themselves. We all did shit when we were like teenagers.
Yeah.
And Tom Moise asks, would you jump on the them team if Julio put in the call?
I mean, of course, but I absolutely, I'm just not trying to.
Skate professionally.
Yeah, I'm just doing this for fun.
If you get sponsored for skating Sundays only.
I don't think I would. I don't want to be sponsored. I actually get mad because Julio won't let me pay for skates sometimes.
Oh, yeah, you want to support him?
I have to go on the internet and buy them
Behind his back?
Yeah, behind his back, and then like when I bought the first pair, he when I bought the first pair of them that they came out, he like texted me right after I bought it, and he was like, "Dude, you don't have to buy skates." And I was like, "I don't care. I'm gonna buy the skates because, I mean, I can afford to buy the skates."
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Why
like,
not support?
Happy to support.
Why shouldn't I support just because?
That's why I feel the same way too.
I was a pro skater. I don't know. I feel like it's really important right now to
Yeah. Put your money
buy
in a good
shit.
place.
Yeah, like you like something, like now's a good time where you should be like, oh, cool, I'm gonna buy a set of wheels. I'm gonna buy a set of frames. Like Mike McMullen, shout out, Mike to
Big
official
Mike.
Sunday brunch creator. He told me I have to shout it out.
He's paying him.
But he buys everything. He buys a ton of stuff. And I think it's so cool. He has all the skates, all the frames, and like he's such a big supporter of the industry. And it's so refreshing to see people that are actually doing it.
Yeah.
But the last pair of skates I tried to buy from John, he told me that it was going to be $1,000 for free, $500 for free, and he kept being like, "It's really, dude, it's $500. The skates are $500, or they're free." And I was like, "Fine, dude."
Yeah, that's a pretty rough deal.
So you weren't that generous. You weren't that generous.
Yeah.
I had a good one here.
You'd probably be pretty pissed if you bought them for 5 too. If you were like, "All right, dude,
All right, fine.
fuck it."
Yeah, yeah. He probably wouldn't.
Okay, this is a good one. In memory of this weekend too. Doug Cupo asks, "What was it like filming with Brandon and Agretti? He always made the coolest edits of you. I felt like the Shadows video."
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace for sure. Brandon was an extremely close friend of mine going back so far, so it was, always so lovely to shoot with him. He had the best taste and would always tell me how much I sucked and, always make fun of me, which I hold so dear to my heart.
Yeah, you guys had a strange relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, he, like, I needed to hear, you know what I mean? Like,
no, you guys needed,
yeah. He, like, put me in my place a lot and, like, was great, like, I needed somebody to be like, like.
That's a true friend.
Yeah. We were.
You guys always bust each other's chops, like, all the time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
he was, but he was the best filmer and he had the best,
best
I think
style,
he had the
best
best taste. His taste in general of all around in his life was so, besides his cars, he drove the worst fucking cars.
Other than that,
Anything else?
we'll look past that.
Oh man, Brandon's the best. I still think about him almost every day, driving around LA and stuff, like all the time. I like come across spots where I'm always like, oh dude, like I, know this place because of Brandon or.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Totally.
Like,
So much that history.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Brandon.
R.I.P.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's get like one or two
I
more.
think we should do 1 or 2 more because we don't want Jeff to kill Jeff. I know you got things you want to do
I
today.
want to go to the contest.
You want to go to the contest, and we're kind of keeping him from doing
Okay,
that.
we'll do one more.
So we'll do one more, make it a good one. and
One
then
more,
we're gonna
make
let
it.
you
There's
go.
so many questions here.
Sorry, Jeff. Thanks.
It's okay.
Thanks for your time, man.
It's fine.
So excited to get to the contest?
Well, I think I'm gonna miss it now.
Really?
Oh, you missed it. You missed it already.
Did it? It's 5:45. What time does it end?
Yeah, I mean it's got to be over now.
Okay, we'll do one more with an educational question. Turp Vision asks, any tips for beginners getting over the fear of fakie on transitions?
That's a good question.
That is a good
I
question.
just start slow. I'd say, don't worry about dropping in right away. Maybe just practice pumping.
From like the bottom.
Yeah, from the bottom. Start slow. Or also just skate backwards on the flat ground till you feel really comfortable with that. And then,
I think that's a good tip.
Look over
It
both
goes back to what we were
shoulders.
talking about before with the era of people not knowing how to skate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
It'll be worth
I mean,
it.
I like
Both
'cause there-
shoulders.
when
Both
I
shoulders,
learned how
yeah.
to skate. But the both shoulders thing's so hard for like you ask somebody
Yeah,
to
takes
do
a while.
that. It's like
Just something you could explore when you start getting it.
yeah. But like when I started skating, grinding wasn't even a thing. So it was like skating backwards was like the best
The
trick.
trick,
It was
yeah.
the only trick there was.
Yeah.
When I was like 7, which is really strange.
So start slow from the bottom. Make sure you know how to skate before you do it.
Yes.
And
Take
That's
your
it.
time, work your way up.
yeah.
Well, Jeff, it's been enlightening. It's been great. It's been nice to catch up. I feel a little guilty, I got to be honest, of holding you back from something you might have wanted to do today. That
It's fine.
would have been
Oh, you
something
missed
other
you
than
missed the
this.
contest already. It's done.
Yeah, I know.
But, we still got the pro contest tomorrow. A ton of people in town. Might be able to catch a couple beers, not IPAs.
Yeah.
Lighter beers.
Lighter beers.
Lighter beers. And thanks again for coming
Yeah.
on.
Hell yeah, Jeff. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the long trip around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live so close.
Is there anything you want to say to everyone before we go?
Keep rollerblading and keep it chill. you
Keep it
know?
chill.
Keep it chill.
What a chill message.
What a chill
I
message.
respect that. All right. Well, thanks for coming.
All right, cool. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys. We'll be back on Sunday for the live stream. We'll see you then. Later.